Good morning once again, Ricky, and welcome back to Portugal, your hometown.
Thank you so much, Shima. It's wonderful seeing you guys around, and I'm glad to be back home. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to having a wonderful time here. Glory Rain has started as well. I'm so happy, excited.
Right from the airport, whenever we mention Port Harcourt, your eyes will light up, you smile, and talk about Glory Rain Assembly. Please listen, let's know what's up with you and Glory Rain Assembly.
Glory Rain is a global event every year that started some years back by my cousin, the owner of the church, the president, the presiding pastor, David Ibiomi, and he's done a wonderful job. People are all around the globe are coming together every year to praise God.
Fair enough. Let's get to the football part of it, and let's start from the beginning. From what we remember of you, sometime around 1976, as a student of OGS Okrika, you are called in to play for Sharks. First, OGS student, what class were you? How old were you? How small were you? How did you feel getting called up to play for Sharks, and who called you up?
That was in 1978, 79. Yeah, I was in class 4, and normally we used to have what we used to call the school games. That was in town those days, and very close to where I was from, the Port Harcourt Old Stadium there. So so we had OGS against, I think, Anitonia. I remember OGS needed to win this game. I never knew Coach Sinclair was there. He was then the Sharks coach, my wonderful coach. When I talk about Coach Sinclair, I have wonderful memories of him. So, well, he went and watched me play. We won 4-0 and I scored the 4 goals. Then after the game, I saw Coach Sinclair coming close to me. I was surprised. Then he called me and said, "Hey, boy, come. Where do you live?" And I told him where I lived. I was living. He said, "I need to talk to your parents." Then I looked at him. "You need to talk to your parents. You must. I want to sign you for Sharks Football Club. In fact, come with me now. We're going to the Sports Council." I was surprised. We got to the Sports Council and was telling them, no, you should sign this boy. I cannot let this boy go back. You should sign this boy now. And I said, "Coach, let's talk to my mom and my dad first of all." So we talked to them. They said, "Okay, if you can fit in studying and playing, for us it's okay." So that was how it started.
Oh.
Okay. Did you inherit football from many of your relatives?
Actually, I would say something that just came out of the way. I mean, I had no one in my family that was a sports person. No.
Your first year?
Yeah.
4. Listen, I'm sure as a Port Harcourt boy, everyone dreamed about Sharks at that time. You probably saw some players at Sharks that you adored. Now, how was it like for you to be on the same pitch with them, the same training ground with them? How was your first game for Sharks?
You know that I never had the ambition of becoming a professional football player. Never. I always had the intention of going to the US for my further studies. So when Coach Sinclair spoke to me, I looked at it and said, "Well, okay, let me give it a try." So I was surprised. Everyone was surprised. I was a schoolboy. I think I was 18, 19. Then when I came, I used to come once a while to train with Sharks Football Club from OGS. When I would come around, Coach Sinclair would give me the first team clothes to train and go into the match. It was like a scandal those days because I was an 18-year-old boy and I was a schoolboy. And there was already professional players in the team. It was surprising. But the good thing is that when I started playing, I was scoring goals I remember when Enugu Rangers came to to Port Harcourt. Christian Chukwu, then he was like, he was an hero, so he was like, schoolboy, don't come close to me. I was surprised. He was so, I mean, for him to be worried with me, with my presence on the pitch, and I scored a goal against Enugu Rangers. Yeah.
And there's a famous story told about that game. I don't know if it's that game, but one game against Rangers. Cyril Witty always talks about it. Cyril Witty. He said the first Nigerian striker in the league that dribbled Christian Chukwu, he fell and sat on the floor, and that was you.
So it happened.
You're supposed to
But that was
the fear God now. How will Chukwu go fall for ground for you?
Well, Chukwu, playing against Chukwu, it was something you would never imagine.
Okay, how many years did you do Sharks? What was the play like Sharks? And was Sharks competing?
Well, Sharks was a middle class team those days, so but we did very well. I remember my second year in Sharks when we almost won the FA Cup. We ended up, I think, in the 3rd place. We won bronze against Water Corporation of Ibadan, if I'm not mistaken. Well, we had a great time. We had great moments in Sharks Football Club.
You moved to Brazil.
So, look at what happened. I came back. I was in Sharks. I left for ACB of Lagos. Very few people know about that. Why did I go to ACB? Yeah, no. Why did I go to ACB? I wanted to play actually the cup for the school cup in Lagos. Yes. I wanted to have that experience. And another thing that pushed me into Lagos was I wanted to study. I had finished my A level, my college. So I wanted to do my A levels, and I had my favorite principal, Omoera, who was the principal of St. Gregory's College, Obalende in Lagos. They said, "No, I'll admit you. Come, you have the papers, you have everything. Come and play for us." So it was like something. It was like something so important for any student then who is involved in football. So these were the two things that took me into Lagos. So I went there and I came back again to Sharks. Sharks made me to come back. So when I came back, the coach was a Brazilian. They had hired a Brazilian coach with Luciano, their Abreu. Luciano, yeah, for Sharks. And one incident happened, very funny. I was living somewhere at Abuloma, yeah, and the armed robbers went into my house. I wasn't there. My armed robbers went in there. I think they shot my dad on his knee, and they took some few things. Well, I wasn't worried at all about the things they took. I was worried with my daddy's health, of course. Then Coach Luciano looked at me and said, "I heard what happened. I had a game the next day." I said, "Are you fit to play? Would you want to play?" I said, "Coach, it's up to you. If you want me to play, I'll play, of course." And then he said, "If you score 2 goals, look at this music set. I learned they took everything from your house. It's for you. I'll give it to you." I wasn't, I was never there because of what I would gain to play for Sharks. Funny enough, we went into this game and I scored the 2 goals. And at the end of the game, this guy came into my house with everything he had promised. Oh, it was a wonderful period I went through. Golden boy, they used to say. I don't know if I was actually the golden boy, I don't know. But then people used to call me that. I had a wonderful moment in Sharks Football Club.
Because Luciano took you to Brazil?
Yeah, he was the one who went to my mom, "This is, Coach Hingley has done his part."
Yes.
Now Coach Luciano said, "No, I will not let you stay here. I must take you to Brazil at the end of the season." I said, "Brazil?" I looked at it and said, "Brazil? I don't want to play soccer. I want to go to the US. I was always saying, I want to go to the US. I want to study. I want to play university games," I was telling him. I said, "No, I will take you to Brazil." So at the end of this season, he called and said, "Hey, look at your ticket, look at everything. coming to Rio. I've indicated you to America Football Club of Rio de Janeiro. I asked him, is that serious, coach? He said, yes. And I told my mom, okay. I played a game on my mom, actually. I told her, Mom, you know your son's dream is to go to the US. So if I go to Brazil, I'll be closer to the US. I'll be closer to the US than staying here in Nigeria. So let me stay 3 months in Brazil. After 3 months, I'm going to the US from there. He said, are you sure? I said, yes, Mom. I'm telling you, I'll do it. So she let me go. So when I got into Brazil, first training, the coach looked at me and said, come out of the game. And I started crying. What happened? You guys went as far as Nigeria to bring me in, to play for Shark and for America Football Club. And now you let me train only 15 minutes. Then the director of the club came to me and said, hey, Ricky, why are you crying? You know the coach said it's okay, he's satisfied. You've seen Zico, you've seen Falcao, you've seen Socrates, you've Mini Junior, Claudio Adão. When I went there, I said, wow, I'm going to play against Zico. Well, 1982 in Libya, Nigeria didn't start well. The AFCON, we have to admit that, yeah. The team wasn't as organized as it was in 1980. So that reflected obviously on the results. In our first round, yeah.
You were part of that team?
Yeah, I was part of that team. I played, I think, full time against Zambia, and we lost. Yeah, we lost.
How many people felt you were not given enough to win?
Well, I would not be the person to answer this question, because actually I feel so. But then decisions have to be done by people, by the responsible, by the coach, and it's not my position to determine that. So we have to adjust ourselves.
1982, you didn't get a call up after that time.
Okay, I left in 1984 to Brazil, and it was after then I started receiving some calls. I wasn't, to tell you the gospel truth, I'll apologize to my Nigerian fans. I wasn't so much keen of coming to play for the Nigeria, because you don't have the motivations. First of all, they will tell you, come, I'll pay your flight ticket, I'll do this for you, blah, blah. When you come into the country, they will not even receive you at the airport. No one will be there. So you have to find your way to see the officials. And normally they will only look after you 2 days before a game. 2 days. So I used to get very worried. I say, my reputation is in the game. How would I just come into a country? I'm here 1 week and I'm not training. And 2 days before the game, they will come out. Believe what I'm going to tell you. Till today, what I feel, for example, that made Nigeria not to qualify for the World Cup, is still all this mismanagement.
Okay, let me just take it from there. Let's talk about why we're waiting for him. Another Nigerian player who met you in Brazil, Benjamin Isiako, was also at Sharks, a wing wizard. What was your relationship like with him then and maybe till now?
We grew up together, Benjamin Isiako. We played together in Sharks. We played together. He was one of the schoolboys for Coach Monde Sinclair. He was there, Rufe, Bennett Ukuru.
Baras Orubani.
No, Baras was not a schoolboy.
Okay,
but yes. I'm just talking of the schoolboys, okay. Yeah. So yeah, we had a wonderful time together. Sharks, when we travel, we stay together. Sharks team was special then, very special.
All right, your time in Brazil and your time in Europe, which one is more memorable? I'll talk about your book too, but which one is more memorable?
Well, can I choose the boat? Brazil was very important because that was the start of my career, and you find yourself competing in the middle of some of the best players in the world. Is something rewarding. Something rewarding. Give glory to God. And in Europe, I broke record after record. So people even tell me I'm more known in Portugal than even Nigeria, where I was born.
Then from Brazil to Portugal.
Okay, Brazil to France.
To France.
Okay, to France.
Brazil to
Yes,
France,
I played in France. I was the first Nigerian to have played in France. Yes, there is a record book. I'll let it have it. I played for Metz. I was bought by Metz, but the first year, normally I was on loan because Metz had 2 foreign players then, so I could not play. But they bought me, so they lent me to Laval, Stade Lavallois, in the middle of France, Rennes, that area. Yeah. So wonderful people, wonderful club. Yeah.
Was looking like your career shot to the rooftop more in Portugal than in France.
Yes, in France, my wife, Brazilian, she was feeling too much cold, so I had to leave France because it was too cold. In Metz, you're on the border with Strasbourg, Belgium. It's a very cold area. So I looked for somewhere to go, and I was lucky enough. Benfica came out. From nowhere, Benfica. You see the benefits of having played in Brazil. Who indicated me to Benfica was Carlos Moza, the Brazilian central defender.
Okay.
So then Benfica bought me from Metz. So that was how I went into Benfica. But I was so unlucky. First game, Benfica, we went on a playing tour in New York, New Jersey. First game, I got my ankle broken. I didn't play for 6 months. But I still came back to break records. I talk about this Portuguese Cup match, Benfica against Riachense in Lisbon, in Estádio da Luz. We won 12-1, and I have a record till today unbroken. I scored 6 goals till today, 35 years. So I look at the strikers. Once a while I play with people. I say, "What are these strikers doing? I want them to break my record. 6 goals in one match." This is the cup, the Portuguese cup.
Yes.
And in the Portuguese Premier League, while I was playing for Boa Vista, we won in Porto. We won 5-0, and I scored the 5 goals. Oh, I had an outstanding moment in Portugal. Yes.
At this time, you are scoring 5 goals in one game and 6 goals in one game. I mean, we all used to read about you and hear about you, but you are not playing for the national team. Was it that you are not getting invited, or was it that time in your life that you are not motivated to play for the national team?
To play for your national team, you should have the pride. I had the pride to play for my national team, but then how would you come into a country? They won't look out for you at all. You'll be here for 1 week, Shima. They will not look for you until 2 days before the game. So I mean, my name was at stake.
At stake, yes.
So, yeah. So I said, well, I cannot come here and be eating and just moving around without training, without no training at all. 2 days before the game, they will come out and want you to play and want you to be at your best. So I looked at it and said, this is not, it wasn't very healthy for me.
So we're talking 80s and 90s.
84,
Yes.
85, 84,
Yeah.
85,
Okay.
86.
Yes. Did you, at any point in your career, suffer racism?
Yes, in France, yeah. But then that was something very...
Very minor.
Not very minor. He did that because he knew I was going to score a goal.
Okay.
It was Laval against Brest. The central defender was saying silly things. But I don't get worried with all this.
And you scored.
And I scored. That was why.
Before we talk about African teams, let's talk about Nigeria, our own country. I'm sure you watched the games, or at least followed the results of the games. Now, from where you sat in Brazil, where you're based, what was going through your mind that Nigeria will miss a second consecutive World Cup? What was going through you at that time?
Yeah, but then anyone who understands football knows that Nigeria wasn't prepared to go to the World Cup because of all these bad managements we are talking about. Till today, they are owing me match bonus, NFF. Till
Serious?
today, 35 years, I don't know how many.
From what game?
Nigeria against South Africa.
The one you scored.
The one I scored goal. Till today, they have not paid my flight ticket.
For that game?
For that game, and they didn't pay my match bonus. So these are the bad managements that lead Nigeria not to do the best always. You believe that from the information I got, at this last stage of almost going to the World Cup or not, some players were still owed match bonuses.
True.
Is that acceptable? That's not acceptable. Well, meanwhile, I have nothing against you officials, though. I have nothing against you. But the officials should have their bonuses paid. The players who will go out to represent the nation, no. So, it's a contradiction.
If you had a chance to be there as an official, what would you do differently?
This is one of the things. Change this system. If it hasn't worked for ages, why do you still keep such a system going on? Change. Take care of the welfare of your players. They are the ones going to perform on the pitch. They are the people representing the nation. It is not acceptable that you will be owing players match bonuses. It is not acceptable. A player does not need time. Does not have the time to be talking about match bonus. What is this? It's something basic, something elementary in a football setup. Unfortunately, we went out.
So, 10 countries that Africa will have 10 slots in next World Cup. Bigger World Cup. I wanted to ask you what teams are your favorite, and then how far you think.
I'm looking at Morocco. Morocco, the last World Cup, did very well because in football, experience it matters a lot. So they have gone through that World Cup, that stage of, initiating a World Cup. I think they might come up better this time around.
Senegal?
Yes, Senegal is good as well. Saturday, I hope Mane push this team as he did now. You see at the last stage of the AFCON, you see what he did. Fantastic player.
1994 AFCON. The 1994 World Cup. That Nigerian team. How good?
It was good. It was good. I can testify. I was there. I scored the first ever goal for Nigeria in the World Cup series, qualifying series. I scored the first goal. Glory be to God. I scored the first goal. It was a good team. That's it.
They were lucky against Italy. They were lucky against Italy.
Yes. Football, you need all these ingredients. You need.
I wanted to ask you, but since you said
No.
Bring them down.
Okay, so there's a reason why you came to Port Harcourt. You kept on saying at the airport you have something for your fans, something that for those that love you from Sharks, but for the young players, for the schoolboys, and that's why you're here. Please, what is this thing you have for your fans? Because I'm a fan, I want it.
Yeah, I'll just reveal part of it.
Part of it?
Yes, because the project is still. Yeah, part of it because I'm a FIFA agent. So What I do basically is transactions between clubs and players and transfer one country to another. So I'm looking at the African market very seriously, and I think I would like to be part of the people that will take African players more to South America. We don't have African players playing in South America. If you look, one or two probably. So yeah, I want to see that happen soon and very seriously. So yeah, I'm talking to people involved, and get to see. And we can always bring players from South America, from Brazil, Argentina to Nigeria. Why not?
Okay, and some will say he's from River State, he played in River State, and he has been abroad all this time. Why is he just starting now? Why did it take you so long to start to decide to do this?
Because many times I have tried to speak to some people involved in sports here. They will never give you the time or space for you to talk. So, I mean, now they are trying to. That's why.
So is it going watching the Nigerian league to get players from the league? Is it going to be grassroots? Is it a secondary school thing? You came from the secondary school yourself.
Grassroots.
I know you said it's just starting your mind, yeah.
Grassroots. You know, football at grassroots is very important. If you don't take care of grassroots football, you will not. No country will survive. So that is the first phase of the whole job. Grassroots football should be considered. Better leagues, better conditions for the young players. Yeah.
Okay. My question is: are you willing to work with the River State government? Why I'm asking this is because if you're coming to look for players, I don't know if you're going to look for players at Rivers United or the Real Madrid football.
So grassroots.
Okay, grassroots. So you're not working anything with it.
No. It's something private. Something private.
So I mean, what will be the scope of this? I mean, is this something that is a Nigeria thing, a River State thing, a Port Harcourt thing? If, for example, someone lives in some far-off local government area, I know, like you said, it's just starting in your mind. It's not fully out yet, but I mean,
it should be a Nigerian team. It's a Nigerian stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Not just for River State. All states can be involved in this. So I'm looking forward. Yeah.
Are we expecting it anytime soon? This quarter, this year, next year? How soon? Because once this goes out, people will be expecting.
Yeah, at the right time, we'll let people to know when we are ready to offer all these services. Yeah.
Do you have any age bracket? What kind of kids are we looking at? Are you looking at for full players or kids who are just developing 16, 17, or looking for players who are good?
Normally, because due to FIFA regulations, you will not think of a player of 10, for example. 10, 11, 12, you will not. Because FIFA will not let you do that. So from 13, 14, 15, 16, wonderful ages. Yeah. Yes, trials should be involved, obviously, because at 16, a young lad here in Nigeria, for example, would never have a video cassette, a videotape, I want to say. So many times you will need this player to go for a trial somewhere.
Before you, Nigeria had a prolific striker that did not play too many games, Thompson Ocean. I mean, we all talked about Thompson Ocean. Then there was you and Yekini the same era. And since you and Yekini left the scene, maybe Yakubu Aigbeni got quite some goals, and now it's Victor Osimhen scoring a lot of goals now. Will you be looking at the next big thing after you? Because listen, players like you, we don't get them every year. It takes. Will you be looking at getting someone that Ricky used to score loads of goals. We found someone else in the goal scoring business? Would that be your target? Yes, football is football. You can be a goalkeeper, a defender, but will your target be someone like you? Because listen, you have to replace yourself.
We can never find two players equal. We have to always think of bringing out new players. Yeah, it's not easy. I know the process now is even more difficult because players these days are some don't even have the interest of training. You know, at 14, 15, 16, when you talk to a young lad, he wants to know figures. Is that not distressful? Is that not? I mean, he should be worried of learning how to shoot with both legs, for example. He should concentrate on getting better each day that passes. He should be concerned with his training, getting better in training, in his trainings. It's what a player, a young lad should be thinking about, not about money now. Money is consequence of the job you do. Brazilians, they take training too serious. In fact, it's a football nation. So every corner you go through, you see an improvised football game going on. And sometimes you can even find wonderful players in such a condition, you know. What I learned from Brazil was that even being the best, till today they are the best in the world. Whatever the situation you have, they are the best country about football in the world. Brazilians, they like players that it's difficult to say. Brazilians technically, I've never seen such a country in any corner. In any corner, if in any corner you will see fine players, any corner. So I mean, it's so interesting to watch Brazilians play football. They improvise. They do things you will never think about.
and one reason for that would be because they always have pitches where they can play.
Okay, yeah.
Now, but in Nigeria, especially Portugal where we live, we are destroying pitches and we are building houses. So how do you get these people to play at all levels when the pitches they used to know before don't exist anymore?
It's still happening. It's happening everywhere, not only here in Nigeria. It's even happening in Brazil, yeah. But then, this is a big problem. That is where we are coming in. I think things should be well organized, and people should look at or do professional. Should have professional attitude in whatever they're doing regarding football.
This thing you're starting, I believe it's going to last for as long as forever. But look, go into the future. In 5 years, in 10 years, when you look back, what do you want to be said about you based on what you're about to start?
That some players, some young lads had the opportunity of going to South America to play soccer in some of the best leagues: Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Chile. I was in Chile some 3 weeks ago. I was in Chile. Yeah, Santiago I was. Yeah, I visited Argentina. People takes football very serious in this nation. Europeans feel South American league is not strong enough. They are deceiving themselves. The thing is, there's gospel truth to that. Brazil went down in terms of quality, but don't be surprised this World Cup. They've got a set of young players that can be very decisive in Brazil's bid of winning the World Cup another time.
You played in Brazil very well. How important is Neymar? And should he go for this World Cup if he wants to?
Neymar, okay, talking about Neymar is a complex story. I would prefer that he does not go to the World Cup. You know why? Most Brazilians are disappointed with his attitudes. Extra camp. Neymar will never conclude 2 matches on a row. because he's always injured. So there should be a cause. There should be a reason why that is happening. But only him can explain that. So most Brazilians are disappointed with Neymar today. Many people, although all of them recognize these super qualities he has as a player, super qualities, but no one has confidence in him now. Now, who has to rebuild this is himself. He's the one who is going to determine if he's ready for the World Cup or not. But people, if you talk to 10 people, nine will tell you no, you don't want Neymar in the national team. He's a very serious and intelligent coach. He was lucky he got the team under his control. He got the right players now. I think we have a series of young players that will come out in the World Cup. That the Steven of Chelsea, all those group of young players, they will do very good.
Ancelotti, Italian, pragmatic football, rigid football. Wouldn't he destroy? Listen, I started following Brazil from the 82 team and the 86 team. These were fine playing sides. Carlo Ancelotti coaching Brazil. This is going to destroy the Brazil we know.
It's not. No, it will not. It will not. Today you can have foreign coaches everywhere.
Yeah, but not Ancelotti.
Yes, but then what's the difference?
I think his style is totally un-Brazilian.
Yeah, well, he's an Italian. He has Italian mentality, obviously. He spends many years in Madrid. He has European mentality. But the funny thing is, Brazilians are starting to believe in him.
That's what's important.
Yeah, Brazilians are
If he
starting.
doesn't win the World Cup, will you be seen as disappointed?
Is that his target to win the World Cup?
I think it's a target for him.
Okay.
It's a target for him, obviously. I think he has a 2-year contract. So that is not what I can comment.
Yeah.
Vidibiomi,
Yes.
yes, my cousin.
Yeah.
Wonderful man.
You're about to wrap up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm very anxious to get my project done, coming into practice, obviously. I'm very, very anxious for this to happen. It has taken me around. I was in New Zealand a couple of days ago. I've been to Chile. I've been to Ecuador. I've been to Argentina, Colombia. So yeah, I hope I'm talking to the right people and we'll get it done. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.